Hopefully it's not too noisy. I'm at a co-working spot right now, but I want to shoot a video for you on one of the most difficult things that people experience, which is just getting the data inside of Airtable. And I have one more thing to show you that's not on this list, so stay until the end and you will get super clear on how to optimize getting data to Airtable so you can have everything in front of you. So whatever you can automate into Airtable, automate. Zapier, Make, N8N, whatever you're best with. I'll show you an example right here. We have a webhook from Go High Level into leads. So it pulls over the name, the social, the phone number, the revenue level, basically everything coming over into there. So we have all of our leads in Airtable and we can create dashboards out of that and all that good stuff. So think of the data that you can pull over. Think about the data you want to pull over, have it set up in a data tab, and then pull that stuff over using Zapier. It's great. Then the second thing, or Make or N8N. Second thing is forms. Now, don't sleep on these, especially if you have clients filling things out or team members filling things out or anything. And there are actually three different places to have them. So the first one is regular forms. So this is the one you're going to use most often. So you're seeing that. I think I put it in here. So it's the form side right here. So if we go in there, we can create a new form from any data tab that we have. And as you can see, we've got forms on promotion workshops, a lead magnet we have, people wanting to speak with me, referral party intros, things for events, team onboarding form, SDR end of day report, monthly review forms, and they look like this. So this is our team member monthly review form, boom, right here. And we can have them do an overview of their month and select that stuff. And you just hit share form up here and copy that link, and then you have the form to send out. So that's one type of form. The other type of form is the one that I'm going to build out. There is a form on the data side of things, but I would ignore that and just start using these forms at the top right here. Now, the other type of form is inside of here. So you can fill things out on mobile. So if you're on the interface side, you can have a form you or a team member really easily fill it out on mobile just right here. So if I'm looking to add in a new task, I can just bang that out, hit create, and then we have it created. So that's forms in a nutshell. Then we have direct desktop input. So you can put data in on the side here on the interfaces or on the data side. And when things load, I will show you that. You just got to make sure that you can add a record here and then hit add record, new record, test, and you have it in there. So you can hit it on that side or down here on this type of view. I can hit add record and record. Cool. And it's there. So what you want to have turned on here is edit. And when we're in these boards, we want to make sure that we have that we can edit records inline and add delete inline records. So you click on whatever element it is, boom, and then you make sure that edit is on and add record to inline. And then you can edit it directly in here and add records. The other thing is in the data side, you can certainly do this. Let's go leads here. If you're just on the data side of things, you hit the plus button in the row and you can add a record and add information in there. So that is, and if this loads, I'll show you that. That is the direct desktop input. And then one of my favorites is on mobile. So if you download the Airtable mobile app, you can enter things in on the data side, on interfaces, or on forms. So definitely have you and all your team members download the Airtable app and have an easy way to access the interface. So then you have that. And then we have one more after this, but one of my favorites is the Airtable web clipper on desktop. So I can be on any page and I can click the web clipper. And let's say I want to add this as a lead, and you can instruct it to pull over the URL and all of that stuff. So Andrew Cruzy, boom. Let's say he's a hot lead, and Brian Ford is the setter. I'm the salesperson, and I can add in notes here. And that's how we can really quickly add in leads to our Leads OS. But you can do that for any record out there. So if this loaded, what you want to do on the data side to set that up is go to Tools, go to Extensions, and then type in Web Clipper. So add extension, and then in here, you want to type in Web Clipper, download the Chrome extension, and then you'll be able to set that up. So last but not least, boom, is copy, put this, boom, mass upload, boom. And you want to do this on the data side. Boom. So what you can do is add a CSV file in here. Boom, hit the plus button, upload as CSV file, and then the data will be in here. And then you copy that data and make sure that the columns line up. That's super crucial, into another category here. And then you will have a mass upload going, and we should have a video on that. So if you have to upload a bunch of leads, something like that, you can certainly do that. CSV file, upload it, make sure the columns line up, and then sync it up over to here. So that is how you get all of the data into Airtable. And it will show up in the data tab and on interfaces, and you can create automations from there. So the last thing that I wanted to show you in this video is setting up a form on the interface side, so you can upload data on mobile and desktop just from the interface side. So I'm going to do this for a client. I'm going to hit the plus button right here and hit form and hit next. This is what it's going to look like on mobile. This is what it's going to look like on desktop. And we're going to pull it from the Talent OS side, boom, and hit next. And then we just want to add in the pertinent data. So maybe you want that, depends on what they want exactly. And maybe placement day, call review, boom, that sort of stuff, and hit next. New talent form. Cool. And then it will show up right there. And we can make it these required by just hitting on required. And we can add in helper text as well. What is their full name? Something like that. And then if we want to add another record, we can go in here, boom, do something like that. Or if we want to remove a record, we can hit remove. And we can also turn these into different groupings for it to fill out. Boom, like that. Sweet. Maybe this. Boom. Cool. I think we want type too. There we go. We don't want tasks, so we can remove that. And then we might want that. We might want that. We might want this. And these things. Cool. And then we can remove this. Remove this for right now. And boom, we can label these things. Boom. Contact data. Star. Boom. Status data. Boom. And type. Candidate data. Something like that. We can also put in background colors, make it look a little bit cooler. We can put in descriptions of each level of information. Simpler the better, though. We can put that in. Boom. Cool. And then we can publish this. Boom. And then we can put in a new piece of data. Test. Create. I can submit another response, and then I can also go here and I should see the new test, boom, one right there. Boom. So that information is right there. Pretty cool. That's about it for this video. The next thing that I would do is think about the things that you can automate over to Airtable, what forms need to be set up, and making sure that you and your team members have the Airtable web clipper set up, and you can mass upload any data that you want to get in there. That's about it for this one. I will see you in the next one.